Wah, he had a liaison with Tamaki, his own daughter, and impregnated her. Huh? Huh? Tamaki was deeply wounded and feared Rinzo, and with her mother she fled from him. But the child she bore had done no wrong, so she decided to birth the child of her father. So Tamaki had a daughter between parent and child. Tamaki thought she couldn't live a normal happy life, but luckily 2 years later she had a proper marriage. Safely having a son with her husband, Tamaki began to get back on her feet. Oh. However, she never fully did. The mental wounds Tamaki had suffered went even deeper than she imagined. When her now grown daughter with Rinzo began doing art at school, Tamaki's old wound ashed. It gave her flashback of Rinzo, of that fear she had of him. Tamaki struggled to give her daughter affection. It took all she had not to take out negative emotions on her. Tamaki's mind quickly crumbled under the weight, and one day Tamaki killed her daughter. Wow. Tamaki fell to pieces. She came to feel animosity not only toward Rinzo but all of Usis. Unable to see any hope ahead, she fell upon the despair behind. Rinzo died of natural causes a few years later, and while she had the right to his inheritance, she refused to take it. She wouldn't even let it go to the oldest son, Shinji. Then at last Tamaki, who had kept living despite having broken long ago, met her end. Oh, so she died? When she learned the son she had with her husband was becoming friends with Shinji's daughter. Oh. You mean? Tamaki tried to take out Shinji's daughter, the Usi who dared come near her pure son. But when she drove madly down the road to kill her, she ran over her own son by mistake. Wah! Tamaki realized that this was the end, so she took her own life to escape the despair. No way, that's so messed up. That woman's soul is now bound here. Like the other souls, the world is forcing her to be here. Tamaki's soul is now bound in death, so that she can't escape but must face the facts. This is surely my punishment. You're Tamaki. I've gone on for a while, I can't see or hear you, but I know you're there. I don't know who you are, but go now. Let's go, Mishiro. We shouldn't stay here any longer with this murderer. Fucked up. Should we return to the user place? Oh, can't open. Okay, let's get started. First, Mishiro, I think you can open this big door here. You opened a similar door earlier, right? I bet you can open this one too. I'll try if you try to. Huh? Who's this? Get out. Stop, don't meddle anymore. Give back my girl. Yuzu, why? Yuzu. This works just fine. You'll listen to this too. I'm Yuzu Hanasaki, a middle scholar who commits suicide at 15 at Mirror Lake. The reason I killed myself was, to put it bluntly, to meet a girl I loved. Someone had killed her at Mirror Lake. It made me extremely sad. So I read all these books of black magic and killed myself to go to the afterlife. To die at the same place exactly a year later. It said that would work. Is that wound okay? Don't worry about me. It doesn't really matter now. Huh? I think it's different afterlife than what the book means, but ultimately I came to this world. But it seems there was something to be gained here. That girl, she always said she was someone who shouldn't have existed. I always found it weird and wondered why it was. But I found out now. She was born between a girl and her own father. Between Tamaki Hinokara and Runzo Usui. Her very birth was taboo. Isn't that right, Utsuro? Yuzu, I leave this world. Can she not talk like she wants to? She doesn't need to, I know. Because I always known Utsuro. Thank you, Mishiro. Because of you, I could get back my memories and my wish. And I learned about Utsuro's birth and death. My wish was to meet Ushiro one more time. It came true, finally. Your body. Yuzu. I've done what I needed to do in this world, so I'm satisfied. It feels like it's taken so long, but Utsuro was here before I was. I don't know what kind of wish you had, Utsuro, but considering your birth and death, I'm sure it's not something simple. I hope it comes true. And I'm glad that even if you are like that now, you can still recognize me. I am sorry for digging into your past. Huh. She's been here for much longer than us and finally got her wish granted. Must be satisfied, I guess. Her wish. And my wish. Wait. Utsuro, was it? Is she a soul like us, I wonder? Somehow I get the feeling she has a close connection to this world. Maybe the answer is behind this door. Oh. Yuzu's wish came true. She finally free from this world. Let's be happy. Now into the door. If you can open it, your ending must be near too. I won't do it. I can't. For every mirror I broke, I'll vanish from the life of the people I know. And I'll also vanish from Ayata world. But then what did I have to die? Why did Tamaki step on the accelerator for? If it were just me, then fine. But to control the feelings of the people around me, I have no right. That's not my wish anymore. Are you really sure about this? Whatever you think, whatever you know, it won't actually change anything. Are you still giving up your wish? I am. I see. I, the mirror world, accept abandoning the wish. Its reason for being ends here. Huh? This world can vanish when the royal wish is granted, or they abandon it with clear intent. It won't be left up in the air like it had been. So will everyone here vanish? Except for you, Mishiro. Huh? To get straight to the point, you're not dead yet. Huh? Your soul has left your body, of course, but your body isn't actually dead. You drowned yourself, but as it happened, a passerby found you. They called it in right away and too cautious you were saved. If it was a failed attempt, oh. Mishiro, when your soul leaves here, I'll be forced back into your body. Huh? But when you're done in this world, won't be written off. The memories you erase by breaking the mirrors won't come back to you when you return to your life. You didn't actually carry out your wish, so the actual past isn't gone, but the memories of it are. Maybe you remember talking with me a bit, but things like meeting me at the lake. Are you still prepared to leave this place? Can you live in a world you've given up on living in once before? I'll live, because I'm not dead yet. I don't want to just throw away the life you protected, Ayato. And by discarding the wish I inherited from Utsuro, I think I'll honor Yuzu feelings. I see. That's a relief then. I absolutely can't understand my sister's wish, but you made the choice for her. It might sound sort of trite, but I wanted to leave my sister's share. Oh. What the hell? I want you to prove that giving up that wish was the right thing to do. I'll try my best. Don't worry about me. I want my life to have never existed. Whatever the reason for it, it's not a happy wish. And you realize it. That's a big deal, I mean it. Oh. You got back on your feet instead of falling into darkness. Somehow it makes me happier than anything. Well, I'm gonna retire ahead of you. I'm gonna see what things are like in heaven. You're going to hell, probably. Pedo. Probably. I'm sure you'll go there, Yotaro. She's 7 years and it ends like this, as long as the ruler's satisfied, I suppose. Will Utsuro go to heaven too? Not sure about heaven or hell, but she'll be free from this world to go wherever she goes. That's good. I say ruler, but you're more usurper technically. I'm a little scared about how much I'll forget, but I won't lose my time in this world, and I won't ever wish to erase the events to come. It's time to go. Bye bye, dead people. After that, I regained consciousness in a hospital bed. Apparently, I really had been saved, and my soul returned safely from the mirror world. There was a woman I didn't know beside me. Mishiro, you awake? Who are you? Huh? My brain has suffered memory loss, and I could no longer remember my past events. I couldn't remember my supposed mother at all, and I had left was a faint unease towards my mother, as well as the desperate expression made by the woman I woke up beside when she heard that. Oh. I remember Ayato was someone important to me, but I had no concrete memories of him. Oh. But I distinctly remember talking in the mirror world, and felt considerable warmth from that alone. I clearly remember Yuzu and Ryotaro too. I'll probably only met them in the mirror world. Mishiro Usui, is it? Hello, I'm Seiichi Hinohara. Oh, a few days after I left the hospital, a man came to visit me. His last name sounded familiar. Could you be Ayato? Yes, thank you for getting along with Ayato. Seiichi Hinohara was Ayato's father. which meant he was the one who married Tamaki, and he was the father who Utsuro grew up with. Oh, don't worry too much about your mother. When the woman calling herself my mother learned I had no memory of her, she vanished. Ugh, bitch. I lacked any real sense of her being my mother, so it meant relatively little to me. It'd be a long story, but I had a wife and 2 children. But now none of them are left. And you're alone again also. Do you know where you're going to live now? No, paying tuition seems impossible, so I think I'll have to drop out and work. I see. Mishiro, would you let me adopt you? Huh? We are both Irish souls who lost everything. You got along with Ayato, so you're not total strangers. And you remind me of my daughter a bit, but maybe that's just wishful thinking. Will you give it some thought? And so I began a new life as Mishiro Hinohara. Oh, I'm taking new steps in the same house where Ayato Utsuro once lived. It was a strange kind of chance, but Seiichi is a very gentle person. He's taking up art again and has been teaching me between studies. Dreaming of seeing the world the way Ayato did, catching up to the days I lost. Once more, I let my brush run free. Oh, happy ending? Kinda. Story Kanawa. Thank you, Kanawa. The story is okay. Not really fond of the bullying and suicide, but okay. It was a nice game. So it ends with Mishiro getting a new father. That's a bit weird. So Yuzu was in love with Utsuro. Utsuro got killed by her mother. Then the mother killed the other son. Ugh. Crazy story. Well, we've seen Yuzuru's story, but we didn't see Ryotaro's story. Probably because of Yuzu's story. I'm gonna load back Ryotaro's story to see if I can do it. Maybe. I don't think I missed anything at least. Not sure. Oh well. It was a funny game. Let's see, does it end? Ending 2, Mobius strip. Someday history might repeat. Will she get pregnant from the father as well?